Hi everyone, welcome back. 13th May JPACT session. So a few questions that I wanted to cover today were more related to JUnit and Test NG and some differences before we go into the further topics that we outlined. But before that, I also wanted to talk about our training schedule, what's happening, where are we. So JPACT is ongoing team right now. Java, Python is also ongoing. I think we have maybe another 3 to 4 live sessions overall. The NEOT certification live project, that is something that I am working on. So this, I plan to start from tomorrow, but there was no notification sent by the team. This was planned a few days back. So we are still back on this now. I think we should start by Monday, team. That's what I'm thinking. The challenge is there are overlapping things. I need to schedule this accordingly. So 18th May at 9 a.m. Pacific time, and that will be the NEOT certified live project. So this team, I will guide you. So it'll start with dividing into teams. Then I'm going to discuss on the application and the test, how we create test on neot.com/x. Finally, execution implementation, how those scenarios are happening. So I'll kind of guide through some of the beginners into that. The other one, and I would love to take questions, please, from the audience, if any, on this live project that we have. So that way it gives me some clarity. So we have the JPACT ongoing session, Java, Python that's happening. SDET part 1, we've completed, team. So just to re-emphasize on that. In the part 1, what did we do? Let's quickly take a look. So we learned some training. And in here, we have all the videos. I'm going to take this link for the topics that we covered so far. So we did a lot of stuff, team, and that was good learning, I believe. Right from the basics of automation, JUnit, Eclipse, element identification. We also saw how we can work briefly with Python, PyCharm. Then we went about building automation frameworks. And we still do complete one session on POM, PF, and hybrid framework. And we've done a lot of project assignments meanwhile. So the week 1 is done. The week 2 is what we're starting now. So let me make sure I write the same one. Week 1 is completed. I need to get week 2 out. So week 2 primarily will now focus on a lot of API programming with Postman. We'll learn a little bit of SQL, JSON, XML, how do they work, overall RESTful APIs, all that will come into it. We'll do CI/CD, Jenkins, Git, GitHub. These are all the trainings team. We'll take a look at least Docker and if possible Kubernetes also in DevOps. So that's the big. There were a few more things that we planned for later after this, but let's see how that evolves. But let's finish this. So for anyone who's looking to go through the video, so please complete it. That way we can get going with this. So NEOT certified tester is starting at 9 a.m. Pacific time. So that's, please look at it your end. I'm planning to start the API with Java plus Python at 10 a.m. Pacific. And this will be about a week and a half to 2. About an hour and a half sessions daily. The other training that I really want to complete is the NEOT certified developer. So once you're done with this, it's not actually a training, project work. A lot of people have already spell any of version, let's say version 1.5. That's what it's coming up with. So those features we've been documenting. Ramu also is assisting me on one side on it. This will be a live project required to do code, significant code enhancement. And also team, I wanted to keep this going, but the certificate, new template created. So all of these are JPACT 1 team. This training is this, but this is a JPACT project for the JPACT members. And there are JPACT client ones also going, client project, which is climatic, coming to good completion. So created new templates. Participation, and then projects, any of the projects that you're doing with us, and the NEOT certified tester and NEOT certified developer. So the team has created this template. We're just creating the list of members that we have so far. That's kind of the plan. I will set up the dates around this. They may all start around the 18th May. And the only thing is NEOT certified developer then can start after the live project here. So if it's this live project, tick. So it's about a week, at least from my end. I think in a week's time we can finish. So maybe 25th May. Okay, let's see. Any questions, team? Queries, anyone? And feel free to raise your hand if you would like me to unmute you, please. Or you can put it in the chat. And also, team, there are few things that I would like to see if we can do today. I've not seen anyone coding for these two and the Fibonacci sequence. So can someone see if you can do a live coding if you have not already prepared that? If you've prepared for the code on this, raise your hand. I could make you a presenter. Okay, either is fine for me. I have only one question that I see, I believe, and only one hand raised. Learn, build framework from scratch. I've done so. Okay. So, Shalan, I'll also unmute you.
Yes, sir.
So this specific training SDET that we went through has all that on how we built it from scratch. I will start another live training maybe a month or so, but till then, just log in once and make sure you are. What did I do? Where did it go from? To where? I don't know. Oh, it went here. So once you log in, you'll be able to go through those videos. So plenty of good tutorials that go day one by day two. So that's a good point to start.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you log in, able to happily do that. Yes, please.
Yes, sir. So I have done some assignments that I would like to show.
Sure.
Okay.
And team, anyone else, please let us know. I would love to make you presenter after Shalan. How do I get the login? Soumitra, I'm not sure if you already remember. So you would have got an email. Can you confirm if you remember, please? If you have not received your login credentials, please send an email to learn@itlearn.com. I'll just put it here. And please see on kk@verkasa.com. 1 second, please.
Yeah.
Can you already also forward that reply on that email, Shaumitra, and mark me? Put my email address also in the chat. Yes, all yours, Shalini.
So this is the banking assignment where I have included the methods and while loop and if statement.
Can we look at this banking application in our Java Python training?
Okay, sir. Sure.
Yeah, because it may be very basic, may not have too much logic, but we will also look at this in few more things when we come to OOPS concept in the interviews too. Sure.
Okay, sir.
You have
so
anything
this
else?
is
Yes.
yeah, Fibonacci number. Yeah, so this one I have taken 3 variables A, B, and C. So A is a 0 and B is 1. C equals A plus B. I'm printing A, B, which will 0, 1. And then C would be again 1. And then while loop. So I just taken a random number here. If C is less than 343, then A will become B and then B will become C. And print C would be A plus B. I'm not sure if it is right, but I will just run and show you.
Let me think of the logic.
Yeah.
So old value will go into the new A and new value will go into, so A becomes B, B becomes C.
Yeah.
C, the new C is A plus B. In the next iteration, A will have the, what C was there, which was B. Right, I think this looks good. Anything else that team you can see? Looks very clean code, looks very neat. If there's an error in the logic, maybe with the run we'll see. Okay, let's go at this.
Okay.
Are these the right numbers, everyone? And the best way for us to check it is do it manually also. 0 plus 1, 1, 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus 8, 13. And anywhere you can pick the same, and it should give the same results, 144, 233. So what would be the next number? Then will be 233 plus 377. So that 0, 1 was 0, 1. 1. So what happened? 1, 1, 0 and goes 1. 610, right? It will become 610 is the next. So give up to 5,000 now. Will it crash, team? Yeah. Is it too big a number?
Not sure. Can I run it?
Yes, please. Yeah, see, as it gets added also, but we gave 5,000, right? Why it went to, we're printing and then we are checking, correct. So that's fine. It will do one more than 5,000. So 67, 65, I see. So what if I want to print in this, the top 20 Fibonacci numbers? How would it happen?
Sorry, I didn't
So now
listen.
it's hard coded, correct? So I want
Yeah.
the top 20.
I'm not sure, sir, how to do
These
it.
are like maybe 12, 13, 14. Let's say I want the top 20 or 30 instead of giving this number like 5,000 and so on. Because even if you give 10,000, it will give you the same result.
Yeah.
A little bit more. So it will keep getting added, right, each time?
Yeah. Yeah.
So can you think of the code logic? I can help you with it.
I'm not sure, sir.
So we are using a while loop.
Yeah.
While loop. Instead of while loop, we'll use a for loop in this case. That's it. Save this on version 2, please.
Okay, I'll just make another code.
Shomitra, please send an email to us again and mark me also kk@workasa.com. Not sure why you don't have access again on that. And you can also ping on Skype. We can interact. No. Why we are writing the whole code? So close this. We can just save that as version 2. So forget this. So let's go to that old version and say save as. Alt FA or save as, yes. And give it as number 2. After number, put it as 2. Okay. Right. Now remove that fur and Fibonacci number 2 it will come on line 3, the class name. And instead of while, we'll take, let us say, int, just write a for loop. Let's delete that while and we'll write a for. No, we'll keep the whole thing same. Undo, Control Z, only while. Remove the while. The word while you remove, write for, and in the bracket, say int I equals 0 to I is less than 20, semicolon, yeah, I is less than 20, semicolon, I plus plus. Okay. Now we're printing the same thing, hopefully 20 times. I'm not sure, but let's look at the logic. Everything is happening, only my condition is changing. Now let us see if this works.
Okay.
So there you go. So that's maybe 20. How do you know if it's 20 times or not?
Yeah, how do we validate 20 times?
So very easy. And this is where what I typically do is I try and think as to, okay, what next can I do? What next can we do? And so on. Can I try and do a few things on your system?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So first thing, your indentation was not very accurate. It was a very clean explanation, very neat code. Just from an indentation a little. Now, what are we saying? Here, I'll just say the plus. Okay, let's start the counter from 1. And here, I'll say less than or equal to. So it's still the same. I can't say the first.
Sorry.
Let's write like this. I plus is the so I should write C is the I can't write first, second, and like that. I would rather write is in position like this and plus I. So whatever is that value, I want it to be in that position.
Yeah.
Right? And what else is there? So that's good. This is good. And let's run this again. There we go. So 2 is in position 1. I think it starts with 1, correct?
Yeah.
So then how do we start it so that which is the first Fibonacci number 1? Then in that case, what if I do minus 1 and then 0 to start with?
Yeah.
And I will not print these statements. I just want this, for example. See, as a simple assignment, it's easy. Oh, wow. A is, okay, minus 1 plus 0. It's going, no, it's not going to start with there. So 0 and 0, 1. This is fine. But then maybe we'll start the print first and then the calculation after that. So C will start with, let us say in this case, 1.
Yeah.
And it will give us from there on. 1 is in position 1, 2 is in position 2, 3, 5, and so on. So now we have up to 20. Do you think it will take too much time to do up to 200? We should test our code to see if it breaks and how long will it take to execute longer ones. Wow. Why is it going negative? I think after a specific positive number that it could not calculate anymore, it has gone into these things as from a display perspective. Internally, it is not able to give out. Integer is not able to hold so much.
Yeah.
So we'll need to see. So then you have to do a little bit more research and how many can we print the max.
Yeah.
Looks like up to 40 it is working fine. Anything 200 or more looks like an issue, or more than that. Yeah. See, because the only thing is it's more than getting doubled each time. If you just add it each number, it's only getting doubled. Now you're adding to the old sum also. So the new number is plus this plus this at any given time. This number is nothing but this plus this. So any number is nothing but a total of the previous numbers. That's what it is. Wow, good. Very nice. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right, great. Anyone else? Divya, you have your hand raised. I'll make you a presenter. Did you have something else to show, please?
Yes, yeah, this is the one. The array's largest and smallest number.
Okay.
I didn't take the input, but I have mentioned the data here in an array. And there are two integer variables, minimum and maximum. Then for int I equals 0, then the I is less than the array length. Then I plus plus. Then the minimum will become number of I. And if the number of array is greater than the max, then max will become number of I.
So we are doing both at the same time.
Yeah.
Do I still have control?
Yes, sir.
So just checking if I comment these. Just for now. So it's only going to get me the maximum in that area.
Yeah.
And we can run this now.
Yeah.
Is it okay to check this box?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. The largest sum is very nice. So in one code, you could write both of them. So the logic is very, very neat logic. Even I'm not sure if I could have done a simple one. Look at it, team. We just have two variables. As of now, I'm saying minimum and maximum is nothing but the first item. Okay. Now let's go back. Maybe this also we don't have to start with the first, but let's keep it there. And we go through the length of it. Now, is the current item less than the original minimum? If it is, then the new minimum will be the current item. Next one is the current item, which is in this list, whatever. I goes from 0 onwards, right? So number 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. If it's greater than original maximum, then I'll replace maximum with that. For the second iteration, I go back here. So if it is not true, it will never change. If it is not true, it will never change. So hence there is no else in it. Else there's nothing to do. Only in a case where this is minimum or maximum we're doing. Very nice. So oh sorry, what was the error here? Nice. Oh, plus I gave, I guess. Sorry, you were speaking on it. Did you want to explain anything else on that?
No, sir, that's it.
Yeah, very good. Thank you so much. This is good code. Tap it. Okay, thank you so much, Alan.
Thank you,
that.
sir.
Divya, yes, please. Oh, no, you didn't have anything from your end, Divya?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, you were saying something?
Sorry, Karthik, I didn't realize.
No problem. All right, team. I don't see anyone else. I'm going to make myself the presenter back. So, team, nothing else. Check for leap year. Convert text into camel case. These are live things, team. I expect you to actually raise your hand, look at what is there, and start attempting it. It's not necessarily something that you spend an hour before. It's always something you open a simple code and try it inside. No? What happened, team? You're all so silent these days. At least for the last 2-3 weeks, I've been observing.
Sir, can I ask one question related to the project?
Sure, please.
So it was the project that we are working on, climatic. So there is one, but yes.
Can we do it in a different call for that?
Yes, sir.
But
okay.
if it's a quick question, I can address, Shalan.
No, you have to see the scenario, then I will ask later.
Okay. Show
Yeah.
it to me, please. One second. I just made you presenter back.
Okay.
Okay.
So there is one particular test case which I'm unable to fix it.
Oh, the county, Colorado,
Yeah.
Alabama,
Yeah.
Adams or something, right? Was the county
Yeah.
issue? Is that the one?
Yes, sir. That's the one.
I think I know what you're saying. So
Yeah.
in the test step, let's do a search for, I believe it was hard coded as Adams.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
So here, select list from the drop down after Colorado, we were doing Adams. And this was, yes, go ahead, please.
Yeah. So how can I just check all the previous methods? Everything is same, but I don't know why it is not selecting.
Even I don't know yet.
Okay.
Show the screenshot of that report because
Yeah.
I was looking at it. That was one. And it worked. So I tried to use different state and different county.
Mm-hmm.
It was briefly working, but not really. Can you show me the extent report, please? The output?
Yeah.
What it looks like. Create button, functionality validation.
Yes, sir. This is the only step failing. Earlier there were 2, 3, but I fixed it. And then I thought this might be the issue, but again, then it was not changed anything.
There actually, just click on that error snapshot for me.
Yeah.
So it did not even select the state for some unknown reason right now in this case. Okay. So go back to that. Okay, unclick this. Just click away. Yeah. Go a couple of steps above this where it's selecting the state. Okay, select a state. Let's click on that. And here we gave Colorado.
Yeah.
And the wait statement after this, how long are we waiting? Because sometimes it loads for some time.
8.
Okay. The tab keyboard, I'm not sure if it's a mandatory step because we've already selected. Click on county, select a county. So, in the same scenario, it passed for me a few regression runs earlier.
Right.
So, let's park this one. But is this the reason it's failing the others as of now, Sispera?
No, I fixed the others one, but only this step it's failing here, but everything was passed. And sometimes it does get passed, sometimes it fails, even this one. But the last night
Yeah, go ahead.
executed, it was passed actually. The only step which is failing, this one.
What is there before select a state? Go up where we're writing test and test, little above. Type in tax code. Let's see that. What's type code? What are we typing there?
Test.
Test. Okay.
Yeah.
And so and type in city. Look at that. Anything. Okay. So those are the first two fields.
Yeah. So I did replace with these two the way it is here, but then again it wasn't working.
Let me show mine once.
Okay.
Let's see what's happening here.
Yeah.
And just go back to your dashboard of this report. Okay, 91%. Almost 3 hours, 3,600 steps. Okay. 342 steps failed. So a lot of triggers are happening. Okay, let me show you similar things and try and log in to my end. So IAS2, I believe the sys parameters were in IAS2. So this is something similar. And it's at 90%. I'm facing the same issue, create button functionality, select a county.
Yeah.
So primarily, it is in mid of typing something, and I think it took Alabama or something here. It did not take Colorado, though I gave Colorado here. So not sure why this was happening. Click on state, select a state, test data is this. That's the best we are doing there. So I'm not sure why it failed there. But just to look at the same in this Excel sheet. So that will be our output, which has everything in it. So here are my tests. And this is the entire data that we
are not able to see your screen, sir.
No, you cannot see my screen, team?
It's still my screen.
Oh.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Okay. So maybe you didn't click on that. Okay. So I was showing this. It was at 90% overall.
Yeah.
And then it was almost the same issue as yours, where it failed the county. Adams is not displayed here under this. Actually, it didn't even fail before that only, because it picked up some other state. Now
Yeah.
the same I can look at. So your run results folder has also this run result, the Excel.
Mhm.
This has all the detailed information as based on this to the same content. So here is where it is failing, and it tells me cannot locate element with text Adams. So that's the whole error. And in yours also just look at what the error is. It could be a little different.
Okay, sir. Right.
Let me try this. ICM2. Yeah, even earlier it is failing. Not sure. I wasted a lot of time on this. Could not figure out yet why this is failing.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so can you skip on to the other scenarios and we'll try and resolve this again?
Okay, sir. Yeah.
Okay. Does this have a closed browser for itself? No. So that means it's planning to go on to the. Does it start with an open? Yes. It goes to the next will fail, the next will fail, the next will fail, and the next will fail, and the next will fail. Because they're all linked to the same flow.
Okay.
So, yes, please.
So when I fix these issues, it's mandatory that I need to run all the test cases which is dependent on that. I cannot run single, right, sir?
Correct. They're linked to each other. Because if they have to be independent, they need to have their own open browsers, login, and at the end, a closed browser.
Okay.
That is fine as an individual, like this test case, starting with one step all the way to closing the browser.
Okay. Yeah.
But anywhere where we're not closing, so here also we're closing, not a problem.
Yeah.
Here we're closing, but from create button onwards, we're just going to the next page.
Okay.
Clicking the same. Now what we're doing here, these are the three things. Why will it fail? Because it is still stuck in that place of state and count.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not able to move beyond it. So all the screenshots will still keep on saying we are there, stuck there.
Okay. Okay, so thanks for teaching that. I was unable to do it yesterday.
Even I am not able to do it so far. Yes, sure, Bhargavi, if you can help us on that, that will be great, please. I would appreciate it. All right. Madhuri, you want to skip the sentence? Bhargavi, you wanted to say something?
Can I have the final Excel that you call it as ICM? I don't have the recent one. I'm sorry, I couldn't catch up with the most recent meetings. If someone could help me with the finalized Excel that you're trying to run it as a regression named ICM, I will start from there and try to fix as many cases as I can.
Sure. So this will be IAS_IAS-master1 with all the test cases. You have to select them specifically, which one, and this is automatically selected for Cispera, the ones which we are seeing from Shalan right now. Sorry. This is the one. So I'll send you this.
Sure, Karthik. Sure. And someone could point out to me like what are the present failed cases that will also count.
Then what I will do.
So I have an Excel sheet where I have noted all the failed test cases, which are around 90 test cases, which is failed.
Sure, Shalan.
Yeah, if you want, I can
Can you
send
please
it in
check?
the chat. Yeah.
Sure, sure. Regression Excel and the number or the failed test cases numbers.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you very much.
I also and checked out. Great, thank you. Okay, Madhuri, you wanted to say something?
Hi, Karthik. Just if you have time, I just want to show the assignment, the camel case one that I did.
Just made you the presenter. Thank you, Shalan. Very good job.
Thank you, sir.
Hello.
Okay, Python.
Yes. From string to camel case conversion.
Sure. So you want to show us the execution first and then we look at the logic?
Yes, sure, I can do that.
Nice. Okay, let's explain this to me, please.
So this is the input from the user, and then so I took new string, new empty string, and then for x in string, if x is space, like, then the capitalized next character would be true. Else if else if the first character is false, then the like if there is no space, then the capitalized new next character would be false. Like here I gave spaces, so if there is no spaces, this doesn't work. Like,
yeah, because it does not know what is a word and what is not a word.
yes.
So can I take control once? I just want to see what's happening, and
Yes.
the logic to be working, but I'm not sure if it is right exactly where, at least for me to understand clearly. So what is the final thing I'm printing? New string. So that is the one that's getting updated. It starts with being empty.
Yes.
I'm taking for x in string. What does it give each time?
So if x is like empty space like this, like I gave 2 empty spaces, then the first character would be like capital case like this.
Correct. So it is going one character at a time, correct?
Yes.
Time. Perfect. So if it is space, then I'm saying capitalize next character is true.
Yes.
Very good.
Yes.
Else, if it is not space, we will, if first character, new string, add the character to it that is not equal to space, and it is the first character. First character equals false, capitalize next character is false. Else, if capitalize next character is true, then we convert x dot upper before adding and reset it to false. Yes, else new string is if none of these as is.
Yes.
Okay, got it. So there are 3 things in this team basically. If it is primarily, how do we know first character?
If it's not space, then that's first character.
So first character is only getting set out here. So this is good. Now I got it. And team, it's not easy to just read code and also understand. So all of you should put this effort in trying to understand. If first character of string overall string. That is what we're doing. The next one is when after space. See? And then else for every other character. So at each point, we're seeing if it matches any of this. So here, I'm only seeing if it is true, yes or no. Very nice. Very good. It's a good code, team. Characterize next. So the whole logic is about if it's a first character or not, and should I capitalize the next character or not, and what will my new string contain each time. The end, print the new string. Very good. So if I give something like how about for QA, if I do like this as an input, it's supposed to be a key. Send no, it lost something.
Yeah, if there is no space, like it's not giving.
Yeah, it wouldn't. Correct. Now we need to be very careful how the output will come. The code may be correct. Are we correct or not? We'll have to recheck that. Oopsie. Why did I end that? How? See, about is a mistake. For is a mistake there. Ideally, everything, where are we putting it as a lower character? Here, we should say x dot lower for everything else.
Okay.
I believe. I'm thinking, not sure, we'll see. Because what is happening is we don't want any character to be upper if it is not the first character. So here, if I say the end x dot lower. So the reason I'm saying is if I give something like this as an input, can you give me a notepad, please?
Oh,
And if this is the input, the output should be how about for th is text. This should be the output T. If there was no space here, then the output should have been like this. Correct? So in our case, what we did is we've capitalized what we wanted, but we have not lowered the others. So if I now take this as an input, I am expecting that to be the output. Let's see now. Yes, see, there you go. Did it make sense what I was doing?
yes, got it.
one of the other criteria is every other character must be lower. Make it lower. So even in our testing, the data that we enter, lot of times. So let us say we don't, and we had our old one. This code may work if I give a regular text like this is sample. It works. The same code, when I give a different input, like this, it may not do it all for us.
Right.
So great, but very good attempt on this. This is a very nice code. It took me a little time to understand because there's a lot of logic that came in. But
Yes.
once I could read it line by line, made sense. Only for my understanding, I had to add these extra comments to you.
Yeah, sure, Karthik. Thank you.
But otherwise, this is very nice. Perfect. Nice logic.
Thank you, Karthik.
Great. Thank you. Madhuri.
Thank you, Karthik.
Sure. Bhargavi, did you have hand is raised? Did you have something? And anyone
Yes,
else
Karthik.
seen for the day? Yes, Bhargavi.
I see that county drop down is empty, Karthik. We don't have values. I'm talking about the project, and we had no values in it. It was an empty select box.
Now, if you
So
select
we
a
gave
state, then
Colorado
that pops up.
data, and it still did not pick that. So if it picks up Colorado, then Adams will show as a county.
Yes. Yeah.
So this step failed. Hence, county.
Karthik.
Okay.
For select boxes, we are trying to give values, Karthik, like 1, 2, 3 numeric value instead of the text. Sometimes it happened with me. Select list will actually go by values actually, and those values are 1, 2, 3, not the text.
Oh, I see. So, Bhargavi, can you just guide the team on it a little bit?
Sure, Karthik. I'll try to do that tomorrow.
Yeah, and select list by text also is there, I believe.
Yeah, a couple of them, they are not select boxes, they are not working as expected. So it was my workaround to make it work temporarily. We were going using the index values or the int values 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3 to select particular value.
Yeah, by the index, sure. So just guide on that once if you can, team tomorrow, and then we'll see how we can fix it.
Sure.
Anything on a code level
Definitely,
we can do, we'll try and make that happen.
Yeah, sure, Karthik. Even I have a couple of doubts regarding downloading the export CSV and what do we need to validate in that CSV file.
With CSV, just
it was a recent functionality that Ramu is working on, wherein we'll export all the data into the CSV.
Yeah.
And we have to validate the.
So correct. That's a new keyword just to check if a file is there locally. We'll not check the content of it, but just to see if it got downloaded.
Oh, I thought we are going to validate as per the search parameters that we are trying to filter.
No, report level validation we are not doing.
Okay, got it.
So only once we hit the download, if it is coming down to our folders, are we able to capture
local
it?
Machine. Okay.
Yes.
Got it. Sure.
All right. Thank you all. I'll see you back tomorrow then, team. Bye for now. Bye everyone. Thank you.